What's up, Internet? Welcome back to Blueprints. As you see, we are mid-run. Right at the tail end of the last episode, we were investigating what we just figured out is the cipher code from the family core, which we boiled down to still water, tints, blank books. So now I'm on the hunt for figuring out what the fuck that means. And I had a thought just as we were finishing up the last episode, and I decided to leave it on a little bit of a cliffhanger. But let's check some of these screenshots. So I had a thought that maybe it's not an actual blank book, but an image of a blank book, because there are several images in the Blueprints books and the Red Prince books of him holding a book. So this isn't a blank book. I wouldn't count this. And there's no image of him holding a blank book here. But what if one of the other manuscripts had a blank book? Yeah, see, like, this is what I'm looking at. That's a piece of paper. That could be a blank book. Oh. Yeah, look. Oh, what is this? That's just a little drawing? Yeah, look, he has a blank book in his hand here. That's clearly not blank. But if... What is this? This one's... That's the Red Prince in... I'm curious about this. That looks so suspicious. So we actually have Tomb. So we can actually do this. We can go down there. And magnifying glass, right? Yeah. Okay, so we actually have a good setup for that. Hello there, Nick from the future, and if you've watched this playthrough up to this point, you know what this means. We have some recording errors. Thank you, everybody. It's yet again a situation where I didn't flip the screen to the gameplay, so this very zoomed-in screenshot is what I recorded over the entirety of this next episode with, which is obviously wonderful, and I'm pissed at myself again. I'm going to stop doing the screenshots on the screen, I think, at least in the moment. I think I'll pull them up, and then in the edit I'll put them up, but that's neither here nor there. I will do, unfortunately, my best to replicate the episode as best as possible. I have the audio, so I'm going to just kind of give you a lead into what the thoughts that I have are and give you some visual guidance as best as I can. And then I actually, the cut down of this got so short that I'm going to just loop into another run immediately after this, so you'll see me in the present day immediately responding to all the stuff in this episode. So here we go. I immediately posit about the Red Prince manuscript. So we got to think about this logically, though. So if that Red Prince manuscript is somehow involved in this puzzle, what does that mean? That means that I have to then bring still water to that book, which means that none of the rooms with the water that I said before work. No, that doesn't reveal anything that wasn't obvious before, or just by zooming in. So beginning from the tomb, I make my way to the reservoir, where I make a little bit of a statement about observing the water in each of these places. Let's go down to reservoir. For a hot second. And then we'll check and see what does this mean for us. Yeah, look, I mean, I think it's important. The details are important here. This water isn't still. They wouldn't write that clue if it mattered that much. This is moving water. I think I can cross off reservoir. I think we're talking about same thing here. Look, like all the fountain water, I think we can cross it off because it's moving. It's in momentum. They wouldn't say still water and then it's just that. Like the fountain upstairs is the closest it's gotten. Yeah, I'm starting to feel like the books is the where the location is. No matter what it is, I can't pick up a book. So I can't pick up a book and move it. So I'm gonna have to bring water to somewhere. Which means what? Am I smart enough to understand that? So on my journey into the house, I finally draft greenhouse and make this idea. Oh. So this isn't still water, but you know what is? There's sometimes a watering can in here. Huh. Would that do it? What are the scenarios where watering can is the thing I need? What would that do? I mean, it just means that I'd be able to take it with me, right? Oh, that's feeling good. Watering can being a thing is interesting. Okay, so I might just have to re-roll this whole run because I don't even know. Is there another room I can even get water? I guess I can get it in. I could technically get it outside. Then I draft Secret Garden and posit about some other rooms with maybe not so still water. Secret Garden's not bad. There's no books there. Still water though, maybe. Hold on. Oh, no, they're not in the fountain. Interesting. Oh, you know what? Even the bird baths. Is there still water in the bird baths? Like all around the exterior of the estate? Let's go electric eel aquarium. That's another one that's a water thing. So yeah, but that's not still water, technically. Blank books here, I'm sure. Yeah, see, it's not the books that are the problem. It's which books are the problem. And then from there, it's... Yeah, the more I think about watering can, the more I like that idea. So I'm feeling like it's... Because watering can hasn't been used so far. I'm just trying to think of also, like, you know, what are the elements of this world that have gone unused in major puzzles so far? And watering can is for sure one of those. What are other items or things that have gone untouched? Blank books. Library obviously has been used for a lot of stuff. Kind of a metagamey way to think about it, but I think it's totally fair. So on this run, I ended up drafting Trading Post as well as Showroom and buying out most of the Showroom. By getting both of those two things, I realized this. Now let's go to Trading Post. I'm just curious about something. Magnifying glass, lockpick kit, silver key, magnifying glass. Oh! Ooh. Wait, what? Moon pendant for key card. Not worth it at all. Oh, those are our other two upgrade discs. Dude, what? What's the other one? Ornate compass? Ooh, I can only do one. Interesting. Which I obviously don't need. So first of all, let's deposit that. I have a security door here which I now can open. I now know I can trade one more showroom item for another upgrade disc, which is cool. Wow, the new room. I'm gonna actually have a changed room for once in a very long time. I actually don't remember what the last upgrade disc I found was. Probably was it the Mechanarium one? Because that I had not done that. Let's see. Cloister. Cloister data has been found on this upgrade disc. Okay. Cloister of Mila, of Dowager, or of Arinda. Whoa. Open a random door of the antechamber for each black print you draft from this cloister. Wow. Gain 2 stars for each room with an animal you draft from this cloister. Find an extra item in each bedroom you draft from this cloister. Gain 2 stars for each room with an animal you draft from this cloister. This is cool, but not super helpful. This seems crazy. Extra item in each bedroom you draft from this. From the cloister. So not in general. Find an extra item in each bedroom you draft from the cloister. So if I draft a bedroom from the cloister, I'll get an extra item, but the idea that I'll get more than one is probably low. Yeah, so this is extremely low. Because it's one or 2 rooms, maybe, in the entire pool that could do that. The fact that a room can have an animal in it? What the hell? What rooms have animals in them other than kennel? This is a weird one. I suppose that Mila is technically the best one. This is cool, but I just don't feel confident that there are enough of either one of these. And I kind of want to keep Cloister as a green room. Because if I do this, it changes it to a black room. And obviously, again, there's not going to be any plot critical things tied to an upgrade disc because, A, we wouldn't necessarily have seen them, but we also necessarily wouldn't have picked them. I think Mila is the safe option. It's maybe not the most exciting option, but it is the better option of the ones that we have here. I'm headed outside. Because there's something that has gone unnoticed for a minute that I think needs to be addressed. I'm referring to drafting workshop and building a burning glass with my secondary usage of this trading post in this episode. Let's blow the house up. Let's blow it up. I think this is going to work. And I've been waiting for the opportunity to get all the stuff, but the trading post itself helps the process of doing this. Yeah, I knew it. Holy shit. What the fuck is this? Okay, so we knew there was going to be a distillery in here. There's our upgrade disc. That's our last one. I can't believe that. Christoph, here's the rest of your share, 40 gold, from the moonshine shipment we made last week. This may be the last batch for quite some time, as I feel it is no longer worth the risk, especially given Anne's continually increasing suspicion. But I do need to ask another small favor of you. Next week, when you take the Baron to town, if you could fabricate some excuse to delay your return by an hour or two, I would be much beholden to you. Oh, right. So Christoph was the driver, and he was, I guess he was running this operation. And I think that's how Danny got into the room 46, or got into like the red letters and all that. Wow. Okay, cool lore stuff. I'm glad I did that. Okay, so one more upgrade disc, and that's 16. I wonder if even the rooms that are in the pool for upgrade discs are randomized, because I saw more rooms in that cycle. When it cycles, like which room is it about to update, like the Wheel of Fortune. There were more rooms in there than I had the ability to upgrade, so I'm curious about that. Let's do it. I'm really excited about that. 2 upgrades in the same day. Yeah, there's like, I'm seeing a couple there. Nursery. Okay. Interesting. Maybe they make this room a little bit more frequent for me. Nursery. Whenever you draft a bedroom, gain 8 steps. Okay, so it adds to it. If you have less than 10 steps when you enter this room, set your steps to 20. Okay, so right, it's like lifeline. Indoor nursery. When you draft another green room, 2 gems will sprout in this room. Oh. Indoor nursery? That's dope. This is cool. Again, it's the same type of thing. It's either the practical choice, the one that's a little bit more like weird risky, or the one that completely changes what type of room it is. This seems so much more practical, though, than that other one. When you draft a bedroom, gain 8 steps. I'm not really ever in... I mean, I'm not in struggling for anything, really. I kind of just want to see indoor nursery, to be honest. Cool. I do wish there was a way to have the original version of the room also in the pool. Like, this just adds an alt. Like, so every other time it would shift to that. Or you could choose. Like, I don't know. There's something about that makes me a little bit like, oh, I wish I could go back. Not that I wish I could make a different choice in when I'm upgrading, but the fact that I could have the original room's capabilities also. So does that make... Yeah. So it's just fully a green room now. Wow. Okay, cool. The love of floriculture has never been more evident than in this nursery, where new buds are cradled and nurtured as they grow. 2 prominent flower beds house a variety of valuable blooms, cultivated for the Baron by the former gardener, Denny Ravane. Interesting. And then, what was the other one we got? It was, hello. Cloister. Covered walk and colonnade surrounded by Mila, the paragon of service, has been placed here in a strategic effort to boost staff morale. Yeah, so we would have been able to help out with our puzzle with the paragons if we had known that. That's so wild. If we got that upgrade disc ahead of time, like, we could have probably solved that puzzle a little bit better. Weird. Okay. So we haven't made... I mean, we haven't made, like, notable progress in the... what I'm assuming is the plot continuing puzzles. But let me call it a day in break room, and then we'll just have to end it off today. And we'll pick it up in this next run, which we'll get in real time. And we'll start right back up again. Hello, everybody. I just recorded the post VO that you just heard along with my damage recording. It is a very different day than when I recorded the original episode that was supposed to be here. Sorry if you're watching this in real time and I missed an episode. I literally didn't know what to do with this episode, so I'm glad that we figured it out. I believe we're about 15 or so minutes into this episode at this point. So I'm not going to dick around. Ornate compass is great, though. I'm glad we have that. Okay, so I will do some pickups visually for you for this episode after we're done with whatever run we do here. But in terms of what we have, just as a reminder for myself, we have this idea that the watering can is going to help us in some way. I think it's possible that we could... I don't actually want to go because we could technically get dice. Let's try to get the watering can. I think that's the first step. So let's start there. Let's do parlor here. And then what other stuff? Can we go with... If I go... Yeah, you know what? Let's rotate it. Let's use our stuff to the best of our ability. Let's go drawing room here, and then I can do a dead end here, maybe, possibly. Or that. I don't want to waste room. Break room here is fine. Okay. Holy hell. 20 doubled, 10 doubled. Okay, so 2 plus 40, or sorry, 2 times 40 is 80. Rounded is to 100. Minus 40 is 60. Divided by 20 is 3. Okay. Oh, I just realized that this is something I cut out of this last episode. We started seeing this diamond symbol. I posited that it was times 4, but it could be something else. Okay, so 18 minus 14 is 4. Times 15 is 60. 60 divided by 20 is 3. Minus... Wait. Yeah. It's 3. Minus 22. 3 minus 22 is 19. Negative 19, obviously. And then plus... That's not going to make sense if it's quadrupled. But maybe is it the diamond as if it's like... Oh, but I didn't do this. Okay, so hold on. So we're at 3. 3 squared is 9. Rounded up is 10. Okay, 10 minus 22 is negative 12. This still doesn't make sense. So negative 12 plus, what if it's the diamond that we get in the center where it's flipped? So negative 12 plus 31. So what's 13 minus 12? It's 19. Very good. Okay. So the diamond on the outside means the same thing as the diamond on the inside. It means to just flip the numbers. Okay. Classroom. Her ladyship spare room. Not bad. Honestly, that's pretty good. Get a couple of resources going. Commissary, not a bad look. Let's actually rotate it though. The ornate compass I maintain is real good. Low on gems, but we'll fix that hopefully with Parlor and with this. Okay. Cool. And I'm actually going to get Salt Shaker just because I can, but also because I'm going to need to do some footage after we wrap this episode up. Hallway closet's not a bad move. Coin purse and a key. Okay. Now, let's make our way back. Oh, every time I get confused by that hammer. I think it's an item every single time I enter that room. Okay. Let's go pick this up, and let's see if I can get this one, shall we? A box with a false statement contains the gems. The white box contains the gems. A box mentioning a specific color contains the gems. So if this is true, this cannot be. Because it mentions its own color. A box with only true statements contains the gems. The blue box contains the gems. A box with a statement that is also on another box contains the gems. That will never be true. Or no. A box with a true statement contains the gems. A box with a false statement contains the gems. So both of these have a statement that's also on another box. So this could be true. But if this is true, if this is the true box, that means this one also is fully true. So that would mean that a box with a full statement contains... So this cannot be fully true. Oh, well. A box with only true statements contains the gems. White box contains. Box mentioning a specific color. But you're a box mentioning a specific color, not any box. So actually, maybe that is correct. Because this cannot be... this cannot be the true box. Because if it's saying the blue box contains the gems and the box with only true statements, this can't... it's completely paradoxical. A box mentioning the word true contains the gems. So this cannot be fully true, no matter what. Which means this cannot be fully true, because if this is fully true, so this one actually is fully true, which means that the white box contains the gems. Nice. Okay, great. We continue. Ah, there's our indoor nursery. You know what? It's not a bad placement for it, to be honest. Let's check it out. Okay, it's pretty much the nursery. Like most of these, it's pretty much the room that it was before, with some changes. Look at this. We have our red prints in there. So it's just a green room now. So whenever you draft green room, another green room, 2 gems will sprout in this room. Okay, so I just need to keep drafting green rooms if I'm going to have any chance. That's totally fine. And then, what was our other one? Just so I have it from my knowledge. It was the cloister, right? Of Mila. Covered walk. Find an extra item in each bedroom you draft from this cloister. Right, so that will be when I get cloister. That's a very specific circumstance, that one. Okay, let's go this way, because we're, again, trying to get greenhouse out of this. Let's rotate. If I can rotate, I might as well. Oh, that was the wrong rotate. Okay, well, that's okay. I expected it to rotate the way I was expecting. Perfectly fine if not. Let's go... let's rotate classroom. And try to get greenhouse out of it. I'm not going to get it from here, but I'm going to have to go up and get it. Let's redraw a T shape if we can. Yeah, like that. Okay. Greenhouse. Wonderful. Okay. And now let's try to draft down here. Electric eel aquarium. That usually is not a bad room. It gives us some stuff, at least. Key. Veranda. Yeah. Got a lot of green rooms. Actually, I'm not worried about gems because now we're picking that all back up in the indoor nursery, aren't we? Turnip. Okay. And solarium. So that was a full run of green rooms that we now can go back to indoor nursery and use. Old shoe, which we'll do in a second, but I'm not pressed for that at this current moment. Remember, our goal is blank books. It's blank books. We're looking for a blank book somewhere in this estate. Okay. Let's see. What do I got here? So yeah, we're saying that the first time around, which you missed visually, I was noting about the water here. It's not still, but there is water in the watering can, which I think is important. Again, I don't know where to use it is the problem, which I guess is the whole puzzle. Is there anything... I don't think they would use the constellation thing again, but just in case, is there... Right, so we found the distillery. That was cool. Yeah, that's what I wanted to do before. Let's go back down to indoor nursery for a second. I guess I can go this way. Just pick up a bunch of our gems again, and then we'll set sail forward. So how does this work? Oh, and I can get even more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Excellent. Okay, so we're gemmed out. Cool. Blank books. So if I go with the idea that this is water that I can, and again, that the reason why I thought about watering can at all was because I can transport it. We're looking for things that I can physically interact with. It doesn't help if I can't move the thing. And I can't move a book. There are almost no instances of being able to move a book into a position. Vault. If I rotate Courtyard, it'll work, I think. Can I rotate it again? There we go. More green rooms, technically, right? I'm not going to even use watering can because I'm afraid of that a little bit. Thankfully, it's relatively easy to get watering can. It was a weird fluke that I actually didn't see it on the last time I drafted greenhouse. Do I just draft every green room? I feel like at this point, that's what I'm getting to. No blank books. Blank books? And it's books. Stillwater tints blank books. So many gems. Trying to think of any other book to my knowledge. I guess I haven't checked the basement really yet. But I don't remember there being any specifically blank books. Okay, we're at hallway. Observatory. Let's try it. Actually, let's remind myself real quick. Clavis. No. Oh, right, 51. Okay, great. Cool. Oh, and I didn't... There's another door here. Locksmith. We could do kennel. That's actually not a bad move. We have the ability to dig up our entry even though we have endless keys. Cloister Mila, here we go. Okay, so that's fun. Let's just try that out. Now, does this change things at all, other than just specifically the statue? I'm assuming it doesn't change the puzzle on the back of this, no. Mr. Nogala, if you're reading this, it seems the day has finally come, and the cloister is at long last getting some much overdue maintenance. I've left you a literal token of appreciation to serve as positive reinforcement, which would grant you a bit of extra spending money each day while working on the estate. We have learned through our dealings with your predecessor that it's much cheaper in the long run to be generous. Okay, that was there for sure. I didn't know if the note had changed because the thing had changed. I don't ever know how much the rooms are going to change. Okay, so technically if we did a bedroom here, we would get more stuff. I guess I could do office. Let's try office. Office is a little bit of a rarer room, I suppose. Throne of the Blueprints. Music room. Hallway. If I rotate music room, that's not a bad space. Maybe I'll get secret garden key out of it. Patio. Sure. Let's go up here. Prism key. Been a minute since I've seen the prism key. No blank books in here. Ooh. The battery. No blank books here. Gallery. Now they're really throwing everything at us. Key 8. I think I've used key 8 as much as I possibly can, but could be wrong. Always could be wrong. There's still the office side, which I can use for a lot. So if I want to... I should look everywhere. Let's look at Maid's Chamber. Key 8 or prism key. Oh, I am on rank 8. I wonder if I can, Trophy room! Whoa, I did it! Sick! That's a blue memos. That was why I did that. Okay, well now we gotta find it. I forgot. We're back to hide and seek. Is it gonna be in the case somewhere? This room isn't that complicated. Where are you? Is it under a head? I didn't realize that's like a foot table. That's a little messed up. All of them are foot tables. That's weird. I'm assuming if it was in the case, they're gonna let me pick it up. It's here somewhere. I know that for sure. Where are you? It's blending in for sure somewhere. What the heck? I'm rusty with my searching abilities. Wow, they really hid these fucking things. I have it active, right? I'm not crazy. Do I have... Well, the good thing... One of the things I am thinking about is you have to have 8 trophies to get blue 10s, don't you? So that's a requirement of the game. So I'm wondering if it's specifically a trophy-related thing. It's not going to be like on the back of one of these, is it? I don't see anything. Weird. What? Where is this blue memo? And it's not like tucked in this corner back here. All of them have been tucked in a really weird corner. Not in or on the rafters. What the shit? No. No. Am I missing something completely? I mean, I've missed them before, but like, this is not a huge room. I was thinking that this was going to be an easy one. Nothing's easy though. I don't know where it is. This is nuts. I literally did it and I still can't find it. Alright, well, I'm leaving, I guess. That's nuts. Okay. Alright. So, I still don't really know what I want to be achieving here, but let's keep trying to find blank books, I guess. A lot of books. Most of them are probably technically blank. I wonder if the staff announcements has anything to say. That's my only other lifeline as of right now. Nope. And I can't... No. And Babbage communication. Mailbox. No. How about glossary? Nope. Yeah, no, it's not. There's nothing in there. What the hell? What am I on? Rank 6? Okay. Rumpus room. Nook. Servants' quarters. Yeah, let's do Nook, I guess. This feels like a room that I should be able to pick up a blank book. But again, I'm not picking up a book. There's no universe where I've picked up a book. Let's rotate. Let's go dining room forward. That's nice. Okay. Don't have boiler room, but that's okay. Okay, let's go up. Showroom again. Hallway's fine. Can I get something else I've not gotten up here? No. Throne of the Blueprints. Suppose I can, technically. I don't know if there's a reason to do this, but might as well. Garage clock tower. You know, garage ain't actually too bad. Oh, well, actually it is, because if I can't power it, so it doesn't really matter. Alright, well. Sleep mask. Lab, there's utility closet. I'm not even gonna bother, we have plenty of gems. Attic, ballroom. Let's just try attic, see if there's for some reason a surprise book item. 1, 2, okay. 3, 4, 5. Ooh. Coupon book. Oh, wait. Coupon book. Is there something else in here? Is coupon book technically blank, though? Where are we? It could be. Can I get... How would I even do this, though? Could I do... I'd have to combine them, which means I'd have to go to the workshop. So let's, I mean, we could try. Should we try to combine... Workshop? Storeroom, closed exhibit. That's the only thing I can do because I have to be able to move on. Let's keep going. Let's go pool. Okay. Bang, bang. Boiler room, pump room. I can move pump room. Let's see if I can get... Let's just do a quick redraw, shall we? We could get Den out of there. Is it possible to get Workshop? Workshop would come out of straight away, so let's come this way. Secret passage. I can't do anything about that for... I'm just looking at all these books. This would be a lot less frustrating puzzle if there weren't books in every other room. This just looked for a second like something. Actually, this is annoying because now I'm not for sure not going to be able to get Workshop. I don't know if that would work though. Still have an outer room too. Technically. Treasure map, which I don't need. Coupon book though. That's a thing that I didn't think about. They're not technically blank though. It wouldn't say blank book without us being able to look at it and say it's blank. Like that's not a blank book. Some of these are blank books. They're, you know, whatever. And it's tints. It's saying that it's a, what does it say? It says Stillwater Tints blank books. So I don't know about this. It seems just not correct. How do I gotta get out of here? Let's go down to Reservoir and all that, and then we'll call it. Now we're caught in the maze. I don't know where we are. Nook down to Cloister. And then we go this way. Greenhouse. I think we could take this most of the way, right? Oh, no. Classroom and then... I need a blank book, gang. I don't know where to find it. So yeah, the thing that I was noting was about... That looks the stillest that I got, but I can't put a book in the fountain. Oh, I said outer room too. Oh, actually, I have the watering can, so if I can get tomb here, then that would be helpful. I could test that theory. Nope. Can we draw? Let's try it. Okay, so... Oh, shit, I gotta do this again. So, Arinda is first. I know that one for sure, and then I don't know about any of the ones after that. Let me just take a look. Where is my note for the paragons? Hello, where are you? There we go. Okay. The rider is next. That's Lydia. Okay. Rinna. No, that's a rake. Wait, is that right? No. It's this one. Joya. Doja. I think you're next. Vea, yep. Then I have the Spruam. And then I go to Draxus. Nice. Okay. Alright, now let's just see. No, I can't do anything with this. It's not going to give me an interaction to do an item on something I can pick up like that. It's something more, I don't want to say obtuse, but it's something more one-to-one. Like you see, like this comes up with the magnifying glass, right? And for sure there wasn't anything about this? No. What the hell am I supposed to do with this? Oh, you know what? I never realized that there's a second tent. When did the second tent come in? Was that when we got blue tents? I think it is. I think when we got blue tents, we actually got ourselves... literally, we got a second tent. That's kind of fun. It's been a minute since we've been back here also. This is not a blank book. Ah, boy. I don't know. I think we're at a loss here, guys. Which is tough, because I would love to keep going, and I just couldn't tell you where to get a blank book. And now I have, like, I'm fully stopped. I don't think a blue memo would do it either. I don't think that that's the stage of the competition to tell me anything about that. Let's go with... Did we draft an outer? Or we did. We drafted Tomb. Okay, so... I guess the last thing for me to do here is just to go to Trophy Room and try to get that blue memo again. And to Nursery. Let's see what our spoils are like. Whoa! I suppose. But again, it's the same problem. Yeah, we don't see the book fully be blank in the image. I don't think it's going to be in. I don't think it's going to be a book inside of a book. I think we've pretty much proven that. Unless the watering can is the fully wrong idea, which it could be. I mean, it very well could be. I feel like when I feel good about it, though, like there's been a couple times where I've been like, okay, I know some of this parts are wrong, but this is correct, and I feel pretty good about watering can. It's just obtuse enough that it feels correct. It's the book part that I don't know, obviously. Actually. No, there aren't really books in any of these images. We are on rank 8. I have not seen a blue memo for this room. Where is it? Like, oh my god, there it is. I can't believe it. There were a total of 8 gems removed from the ruby crown of Arinda Ares. Okay, more of a lore one. There were a total of 8 gems, which is why we get 8 gems in this room. Is that the idea? Well, I'm gonna cross it off my list now. Trophy room. Done. Okay. Let us call it a day in a break room, so we gotta go all the way back to the start of the house. Is there anything else I can do? The only thing I can think of is maybe bookshop from library, but again, I don't really know what what I would even want to be doing there. Battery pack. Coupon book is just such a thing. I don't know. Yeah, let's call it a day in break room. We'll make it work from there. Yeah, wow, everybody. I'm gonna actually. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna probably do some cycle around the house just so I can get the footage for the earlier part of this episode, which was messed up. So I'm actually going to call it here. Thank you so much for watching. Please give this video a like and subscribe if you want to see any future episodes of the franchise. I don't even want to say a progress update anymore because I truly don't know. I'm just at a loss. But we will continue and we will keep on pushing in the next one. Bye, everybody.